Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, so what we got for you today? I'll tell you what we've got for you today. We've got a very interesting pen. A pen, to be quite honest with you, that I do not know too much about. The reason being, I believe this pen is a little bit of a rarity. What we actually have is a Swan leverless pen, and the model on this particular pen is the L170-60. Okay, now as you can see, it's in this lovely classic black. The only trim it has is this 18 karat gold band, which we'll show you at the moment. But first of all, let me take you down to the bottom of the barrel and let me show you the barrel imprint. Okay, so there's a barrel imprint. As you can clearly see, it reads L1760, and then it has Swan leverless, and then just underneath that it has I think it's a patent number, and I believe the number is 390585-32, and then at the very bottom there you can see it says made in England. Okay, so we've got an L170-60 fountain pen, and first of all, it's quite unusual that we've got the imprint to the bottom there. Well, it's not unusual. I have actually seen them on other Swan pens, but the main difference being with this one is, as I say, the L170-60, I've done a lot of homework. I popped it on Facebook, asked a question to people. There's not a lot of information out there regarding this pen. Some people have given me a little bit of information, which was appreciated, but again, I believe it to be quite a rare pen. As you can see, as I said, comes in classic black. It's got this gold, 18 karat gold band. Now let's keep it nice and still for you, and you'll see it says, is it M&T and Company, for maybe Todd and Company. And then we've got the 18 karat gold hallmarks there. I believe it's a London hallmark. It's indicating it's 18 karat gold. As you can see to the end there, it's got the 18. It's got the date letter C, which I think someone actually said it may be around about 1932, the date letter. I'm not 100% sure, but there we have it, an 18 karat gold band. So the someone mentioned these as being the L1 models. A gentleman sent me a picture of a few of his pens, which were sort of different colours, different marbling. They all had different cap bands. So I believe this particular range of pens all had different cap bands, and the cap band, depending which one it was, sort of showed on the model number. So the L170, L maybe stands for leverless, the 1 may stand for the number 1 nib that it has, which we'll show in a moment. The 70 may indicate that this pen has this 18 karat gold band, and then -60, the 60, nice and simple, I'm aware of that, indicates that the pen is in this black colour. So as I say, a very interesting pen, and again, maybe a rare pen as well. You'll see to the very top there, it's got this slight sort of peaked top to the cap there. Excuse me. And then to the top of the cap we've got this Swan logo, and then to the very bottom we've got the knurled knob to the very end there, again slightly peaked. And as we said, this is a leverless, and what it means is that we can actually turn this knob like so and then turn it back. And the way it fills, for you people that don't watch my videos, when you turn the knob here, it turns a bar inside that catches the sack inside and twists the sack inside, and then when you turn it back, the bar moves back into its original place and the sack expands to its original shape, and in turn creates some suction to take ink into the barrel. And that's basically how this pen works. But as I say, very interesting pen indeed. The size of it capped is around about 115 millimeters capped. Around the barrel it's a nice 11 millimeters in diameter. Now what I've done, it was a little bit tired when I got it, I've just sort of gently restored it. I've put a new necked sack in it. It's quite a large, because these pens need a large sack. I think I used a number 21 neck sack in this pen. So it's been gently restored. We didn't go over the top with it. It's in lovely condition, and quite simply it'll be looking for a new home. So I'm sure there's people out there that collect these unusual Swan pens, rarer type, so let's try and find a new home for it. Let's take the cap off. One of the things you'll notice as well, this pen correctly does not have a clip to the top there, so it's a clipless fountain pen. Let's pop the cap down. Let's take you through to the section. The section is quite a recognisable sort of Swan section. As you can see, it's got this slight ridge towards the nib. And another thing that's quite interesting on this particular pen, let's keep it nice and still for you, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see there, look at the top of the nib. It's got a lovely broad stub nib. Okay, now the nib is a Swan #1 nib, as we said earlier, and it's got Maybe Todd and Company, and then to the very bottom, I think it's hidden by the section, it has Made in England. So it's got a matching Made in England nib. There's a sideways view. Let's show you the feed underneath. You can see the feed, everything is lovely and clean as it should be, and it also has the word Swan to the feed. So if we catch it a little bit there, you can see it there. But as I said, let's show you again, look at that tip there. As I say, a lovely stub broad nib. So all in all, as I say, in excellent condition. 115 millimeters capped. It's quite a smallish pen, but as I've said always in my videos, I've got a large hands, and it's actually still quite a nice comfortable pen to hold and to write with. Now I'm not going to fill the pen because, as I've said, I've put a brand new sack in it, and I'll leave that pleasure to the new owner. Some owners prefer to keep the pen for display, some people prefer to use them, so that choice will be with the new owners. But what we'll do a dip test, because it'd be interesting to see how the pen writes, and as always you're going to be seeing what I'm seeing. It's the first time I've tested the pen, so let's see how it writes. So we've got a Swan Leverless. As we said, the model is L170-60, and we're dating this pen, I would say, the 1930s, maybe maybe slightly later, but I'm going to be saying the 1930s. Made in England, as we said, and writing very nicely indeed with this lovely broad stub nib. Look at that. Let's give it one more dip for our figure of eights, and slight skipping there. It doesn't like it with them large figure of eights, but look at that. On the downward stroke we're getting a broad line, and on the cross stroke we're actually getting a fine line, so it's got a lovely line variation, as you would expect from this gorgeous broad stub nib. Let's give the nib a little bit of a wipe. We'll clean it with water after the video, and there we have it. In my opinion, a rare Swan Leverless L170-60. As we said, there's the barrel imprint as we showed you earlier. It's going to be looking for a new home, so let's find it a new home. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below, don't be shy. Have you subscribed? If not, why not subscribe now? Please give the video a thumbs up. A lot of you forget to do that. Give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget people, wherever you are around the world, still stay safe. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.